Welcome to the Explainer. So today, we're diving straight into a really fascinating tug-of-war that's happening right at the heart of the Homelab community. It's this constant, undeniable tension between user-friendly convenience and, well, true system mastery. I mean, we all want our server setups to be easier, right? We crave those clean dashboards, the one-click installs, those magic abstractions that make a ridiculously complex system feel like a breeze. But we have to ask, what actually happens when that shiny abstraction hides something we desperately need to understand? Let's get into it. Now, our story starts with a bit of a mystery. Recently, someone shared what looked like a perfectly harmless, super helpful setup guide for a tool called Proxmox Manager. The author promised it covered absolutely the whole shebang, from initial setup all the way to daily use. It was meant to be this huge lifeline for beginners. But the community's reaction? Absolute crickets. Just a highly suspicious, muted response. So why would a community that totally thrives on sharing knowledge suddenly go completely quiet over a helpful tutorial? All right, let's break this down. Part 1. The incident and the shiny shortcut. Okay, so the guide in question was basically pitched as a complete map for a management layer that sits on top of an already complex system. And honestly, we really have to empathize with newer users here. For them, finding a guide like this is literally like finding water in the desert. The Homelab world can be absolutely brutal when you're starting out. You're usually sitting there staring at a dozen open browser tabs, sifting through half-translated documentation, and trying to make sense of old forum threads from 3 software versions ago. When you're up against that kind of learning curve, a clean, step-by-step guide isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a desperate necessity. Which brings us to Part 2, respecting the machine. To actually understand why the veterans reacted the way they did, we have to look under the hood. Proxmox is powerful exactly because it packs an insane amount of moving parts into one place. You're dealing with virtual machines, containers, storage pools, complex networking, backups, clusters, user permissions, snapshots, OS templates, and, oh yeah, the occasional weirdly named network bridge that completely ruins your afternoon. With that many critical components spinning all at once, adding a separate manager on top, well, it feels incredibly exciting to a beginner, but to a veteran, it just looks highly suspicious. Because ultimately, Proxmox is a powerhouse. It's basically a literal data center control room. If you walk into a massive control room and someone just says, hey, don't worry, just click around this shiny new dashboard, you should probably be a little worried. Throwing another layer of abstraction over a system that already demands deep respect doesn't automatically make you safer. Actually, scratch that. If you don't even understand the default interface yet, confusion is exactly where catastrophic server decisions are born. Moving on to Part 3, convenience versus scar tissue. And this brings us right to the core conflict. We've got 2 very distinct camps here. On one side, newer users look at these management tools and think, yes, finally, the missing manual for normal people. They desperately need sequencing. What to install first, what absolutely not to touch, where backups go. But then on the other side, you have the skeptical adlins. Their very first reaction is, show me the failure modes first, before you show me the pretty screenshots. They just inherently distrust extra management tools sitting between them and the raw system. And this right here is the absolute crucial point. When a veteran admin warns you against using a shiny new dashboard, that's not gatekeeping. That is literally scar tissue talking. It's born from those horrible, panic-inducing nights spent frantically trying to recover lost data just because some abstraction layer failed silently in the background. Because guess what? Servers do not care how friendly a tutorial sounds. The veterans are laser-focused on recovery, while beginners are just trying to get through setup. And all of this brilliantly illustrates the hidden danger of these well-meaning tutorials. When a post is super light on context but heavy on, hey, this helped me, it totally blurs the line between education and promotion. It leaves us wondering, is this Proxmox Manager a must-have tool? Is it just a nice convenience? Or is it literally just something fun to mess around with on a weekend? Casual guides can accidentally make completely optional, unproven software feel like it's a mandatory next step. Because look, setup is the easy part. Daily use is where a tool actually has to prove itself. Does this new manager respect your existing Proxmox workflows, or does it create a second place where the state of your server and your expectations start to drift apart? Both sides of the debate have a point for sure, but you gotta remember this golden rule. A dashboard is incredibly useful right up until the day the dashboard is the thing that's broken. And when it breaks, you're suddenly flying blind. So, Part 4, the documentation problem. Why do we keep falling for the allure of these abstractions? Honestly, it's not even about the dashboard. It's a documentation problem. When you map it out, you see exactly why this massive hunger for shortcuts exists. The Homelab world is just drowning in scattered knowledge. The official docs, they explain the system beautifully, but they completely lack a beginner's path. You jump into the forums, and you might find a solution to your exact problem, but the answer assumes you already have 5 years of context. And videos? Yeah, they help at first, but they age terribly and bury the vital details behind someone's recording pace. The learning curve still genuinely hurts.
So when a well-written guide pops up, people grab onto it like a life preserver. Guides give shape to all that chaos. But, and this is a massive but, just because a guide organizes information brilliantly, it doesn't actually mean the tool it's promoting is essential or even safe. We so often confuse a great explanation with a great piece of software.
Which brings us to our final section, Part 5, Training Wheels and Trust. Let's look at what the community actually values way more than mere convenience. If we're going to use these abstractions, we need better maps. The best guides have to be a bridge, not a comfort blanket that hides the machine. A truly great guide will tell you exactly what Proxmox is doing underneath those shiny buttons. It's going to explicitly detail when you need to abandon the manager and go back to the native interface. It has to warn you about permissions, network exposure, and your rollback plans. And above all, it must admit exactly what the tool does not solve. It's supposed to make you more independent, right? Not more reliant. I want to just pause and let this quote from a practical admin breathe for a second. I don't mind training wheels as long as they don't stop me from learning how the bike works. I mean, hit the nail on the head, right? That is the ultimate Homelab philosophy. You are constantly balancing your own curiosity and your desire for a clean setup against the very real risk of 2 a.m. midnight debugging. Training wheels are awesome, but eventually you have to know how to balance on your own. So what's the actionable takeaway for you? It's all about having a healthy reaction to this stuff. Number 1, read those friendly guides, but read them cautiously. Number 2, learn from the concepts they present about sequencing and organizing your setup. Number 3, definitely test the abstraction somewhere safe, where a total failure won't wipe your data. And number 4, never let a friendly walkthrough replace your own fundamental understanding of the system. In the Homelab world, convenience is super sweet, but trust is earned. So I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought to reflect on with your own setups. If your beautiful, super convenient dashboard breaks today, do you actually know how to drive the machine underneath? Think about it. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep testing, and I will see you next time.